What is going on YouTube? It is your boy, Tommy Boy, and we are back with another video today, something a little bit different. I am going to be taking you through my full day of eating. So today is Monday, which means obviously Saturday and Sunday have just passed, and they were high days for me. I was running 2 days of 600 carb, which is double what I'll be having today on my low days, being 300. So the macros that I'll be following today is pretty simple. It's 280 protein, 300 carb, and 60 fat. So a pretty easy diet to follow, to be honest. I can still enjoy a lot of good foods. I'm gonna have 100 grams of bread with the meal one as an example. I've still got a decent amount of fats in. I like to think that all of my meals are absolutely delicious, and it makes it very easy for me to stay on plan. I'm cooking up meal one at the moment. So we have in here a egg white omelet. We have some toast going on. We have some tomato in the air fryer there, and we have a little bit of kiwi fruit. So I'm gonna finish cooking up this meal and I'll show you what's involved. Okay, meal one is served. 275 grams of egg white, 2 whole eggs, 100 grams of bread. And I gotta say, this bread, guys, if you are dieting, pane de casa, I've probably butchered the pronunciation, but this is 100 grams of bread and it looks like 250. Got a little bit of tomato there. We got a bunch of spring onion, some reduced sugar barbecue sauce, some kiwi fruit, and that is pretty much everything. So I think meal one is around about 100 carb, 50 protein, and 12-ish fat. Sorry, it's actually less carb, I lied. 75 carb, 12 fat, 50 protein. And just quickly, if you haven't tried Viet Choice Sriracha, give it a go. If you like Sriracha, you will fucking love this stuff. It is elite. I don't personally find it as spicy. It tastes more sweet, but per 100 grams, there's only 7 grams of actual sugar. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's what I'm going off. And to be honest, when I'm in my off season, I don't track calories from sources. In fact, I don't even track calories from sources in prep. I might just switch out, like, if they're reduced sugar barbecue sauce, but there's still a decent amount of calories per 100 grams, I might swap it out for like a Frank's Red Hot or something that's a little bit more low calorie. But yeah, I'm not the sort of person that worries too much about trace calories from things like sauces, because at the end of the day, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I've never needed to do that sort of stuff. So I've just rolled with it. But I'm gonna get this meal down because I am very hungry. And then I'll be back in a couple of hours or so to take you through my meal two. Okay, it is time for meal two. It is now 11:30 in the morning, and this is going to be my pre-workout meal for today. So we have in this bowl 85 grams of rice flour, 15 grams of dark chocolate, 50 grams of bulk nutrients protein matrix, and 100 grams of banana. This is my highest carb meal of the day. And I know for sure, because it's fucking hot and it's a very high carb meal, or at least it's high carb for me at this point in time, then I'm gonna be sweating my hole off in a second. I'm already starting to sweat just from actually making this meal. So pro tip for you guys, if the cream of rice that you're currently eating makes you sweat like a pig, you can pop it in the fridge or in the freezer for like an hour to 2 hours and have it without sweating profusely. But I've left it to the last minute, so I'm just gonna whip my shirt off and eat this one. And then it will be probably almost near on time to leave to the gym. So I'm gonna smash this meal. I'm gonna take my carnitine, I'm gonna take my creatine, and then I'm gonna head to the gym, and I'll probably be back for a little round of posing to show you guys what I've been doing over the past few weeks from a fat loss standpoint. I'm like, I think I've said this before, I'm 4 or 5 kilos down in 3 weeks, sitting at 103.4, I think, this morning. And the plan is to have me sub triple digits by the end of this month, which means we basically have 18 days to lose another 3.5 kilos. Yes, it'll be done. Don't you worry about that. We'll make it happen. And I've even suggested this to Dean. I'm not opposed to just doing a couple of days of protein spared modified fast where I literally eat nothing but protein and trace carbs and trace fats from fruits, vegetables, meats, etc. But I'm gonna get this meal down the gullet nice and quickly, and then the next time you see me, it will be post-push. Hopefully I've got a juicy pump and I'm not looking too soft, because your boy should be pretty fucking shredded at this point in time. Got myself a pretty juicy pump. Bulk nutrients, hydration salts consumed intra-workout, of course. 20 grams of creatine in pre-workout. We are cooking today. I am feeling pretty fucking large, to be honest, after my 2-day refeed over the weekend. So I'm gonna go through a round of posing. Hopefully I'm looking pretty shredded. I'm sitting 10 kilos above my weight cap at the moment, so it's like I want to be looking shredded, but at the same time I understand there's still a lot of weight that I will need to pull off in order to make the weight cap. So it's bittersweet, I suppose. All right, let's see. You guys at home can be the judges. How's my condition looking? Critique my posing. Tell me what needs work. Little glute check. Hopefully there's some striations there. I can't see much. Alrighty, I'm cooked. I'm gonna wrap it up there and then go home, and I'll show you guys what's in store for the post-workout feed. Okay, we are back at home in the home base, ready to devour meal 3, which is definitely my most boring meal of the day. I've just noticed as well, when I go to frown, there's not a lot of movement up there. The Botox is working. Do you know what? I have never been able to raise just one eyebrow. And I feel like I can kind of do it, but only the right eyebrow. Like I feel like this one, if I really concentrate, can go up a little higher than the left. Anyway, meal 3 is as follows. We have, this is a super boring meal, by the way. What is it? 260 grams raw weight chicken breast. We have 100 grams of zucchini, 50 grams of beetroot, and some ginger. And then beside it, we have some rice cakes, 40 grams of rice cakes, sour cream and chives flavor, Woolworths brand. It's actually elite. 125 grams of apple. And that is pretty much everything. So yeah, definitely my most boring meal of the day. I actually can't decide which of my 5 meals is my favorite, but this is definitely not going to be my favorite. It's probably out of the breakfast, the cream of rice, or my creamy meal, which I'll show you guys later. Okay, it is time for meal 4/dinner. This is what I have in store, guys. It is, we got some meatballs in there, we got some chicken breast, we've got some oats, some peas, and some chia seeds. Fucking delicious. I kid. That is not for me. That is for this little one over here. Where is she? There she is. Hey, baby girl. It is dinner time for the panini. This one is being paired with a little bit of insulin because little Penny there has got diabetes, so she is on a meal plan. And that is her dinner. I'm going a little bit hypoglycemic over here. I do have my actual dinner on the stove. It's nothing exciting. Here it is. We have 250 grams, which is actually 1 kilo because this is going to be enough for 2 nights. 250 for me, 250 for Hannah. And then we've got some green beans there. Now this mince is a bit of a game changer, guys. Go to your local butcher and ask for some topside beef minced up. It's gonna be less than 5% fat. It's gonna be much better quality than the shit that you buy from Woolies and Coles. And it tastes a hell of a lot better as well. So I'm gonna finish cooking this meal. I've got the sweet potato in the air fryer, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, it is time for meal 4. Legitimately this time, I'm not gonna be eating dog food for dinner. So we have, let me show you, another pretty boring meal, if I'm being completely honest. 250 grams of topside beef mince, 100 grams of green beans, some kimchi, and then we have over here, which is the exciting part of the meal, 200 grams of sweet potato, which is a combination of 2 types, to be honest. One type is my favorite, which is the purple sweet potato. It doesn't look particularly exciting, but once you guys have tried purple sweet potato, you will not want to go back to orange sweet potato. It'll just taste like pumpkin at that point. I'm actually going a little bit hypo over here on 300 carbs. So I'm gonna smash this meal, and then what time is it now? It's 6 o'clock now, and then I'll start getting prepared for meal 5, which will be my Ninja Creamy. Cannot wait. Okay, it is time for meal 5, and I am taste testing this for the very first time. It is coffee flavored creamy. So in here we have 250 ml of unsweetened almond milk. I think 100 ml of the coffee flavored coconut water, 40 grams of the bulk nutrients WPC iced coffee flavor, and also some decaf coffee added in. I reckon it's gonna be pretty darn good. That is proper creamy. Okay. That's a good one. I reckon it could almost be a bit more coffee flavored, to be honest. I could probably whack in a little bit more coffee next time. But that is pretty darn good. All right, I'm gonna set up my entire final meal and show you guys the finished article. Okay, this is the finished product. So, creamy on the left. I've already explained what goes into that, but I have just added on some crushed ladyfinger biscuits. So these are the same biscuits that you'll use in like a tiramisu, and per 100 grams, these biscuits are 3.3 grams of fat, so very low fat. 20 grams of almond butter, and then on the right, we just have 150 grams of YoPro and 125 grams of blueberries. This meal is, off the top of my head, sub 600 calories. I will put the exact macros in for each meal as I go ahead and edit this video, or maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see how much energy I have. But the total daily macros are 280 protein, 300 carb, and 60 grams of fat. This is what I'm currently eating to get fucking shredded. So I hope you guys enjoy the full day of eating. It was on my mind for some time. I've done training videos, I've done yappuccino videos where I'm just sitting there talking shit. Thought I'd give you guys a little bit of food related content. As always, if you like the video, please actually like it, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. If you are to do something today, make sure you do so without hesitation, of course. It is your boy signing off. I will see you all again on the next one. Peace.